Hey guys, it's Lucid. We are jumping back into Ring World where we are playing early aged Yomi. It's turn 33. If you recall from last episode, we lost a chaff army, which was unfortunate. Not because we really needed it to kill armies, but more because we needed it to siege down forts. But we are moving in more chaff to take care of the siege, and we continue to have Formoria locked down. So let's see what this turn holds for us. We get another skull staff from Lanka. We continue researching up evocation. I didn't mention it. Shit. I should have said this in the last episode. I said I was going to say it because Lanka gave us a boatload of gems, but then I forgot to check. We cast Mother Oak, but it didn't work. We put, I think, like 150 gems into it. We can go back and check, actually. Let's go back and check. We put... Oh, only 70. Yeah, okay. But somebody put it up. We were thinking they only put it with 50, and then we could probably overcast it. Did not work. Did not work. So, coming back to our turn. 33. Yeah. And a lot of times this will work. A lot of times people do put 50 in it. And we cast it with a pretty high-level dude. I mean, it was our pretender who had nature 7. So it's significantly more than was needed to cast Mother Oak. And then whoever else cast it probably also had nature 7. So, not super common that people overcast Mother Oak that much for the first time it goes up, because it's so cheap. And you get it so early. Okay, we found a ton of magic sites, though. Howling Gorge, which is Air 1 site. We found 3 magic sites here. Oh, crap. Waterfilled Cave, Tar Pits, and Well of Pestilence. Whoops. So that's Earth 1, Water 1, Fire 1, and then Death 1. So, not bad at all. 4 magic sites this turn. Our gem income is going through the roof. For battles now, let's check these out. You can see we finished evocation. For battles, we are attacking Formoria here. Okay, so Lanka... Now, this does not look good for Lanka, let me just say. We've got this dude, okay, who's cursed, afflicted, and doesn't have any items, so that's good. But he's got 4 of these guys, and now a lot of these guys appear to be cursed too. And this is from attacking... If you attack Lanka's pretender, or disciple, you will get cursed. It's like a feature of the Raven. So we've got that going for us. This guy, he's got kind of budget thug gear. I mean, this does not look like the kind of guy that's going to kill those giants. But he gets blessed, so he has all, he has regen... He has Mistform, and Mistform is really good against really hard-hitting giants, especially when you have some kind of modicum of protection. If you have no protection, you're going to be in trouble. You notice we do not have a hat. So if we get hit in the head, that will probably pop Mistform. Okay, we have Skeletal Body, though, and that's going to be really good. It's going to cut damage in half from giants, so that's good. Holy Avenger, nice. Okay, let's see how this goes. So Vine Shield also working. And they're hitting, but they're only hitting for 1. So it seems like this is going to go just fine for us as long as we don't get Mistform popped. Now, I don't know if Smite Demon will pop it. We'll have to see if we get hit. So far, I think it's Imar Negates. Okay. Hard to tell. I can't tell if Smite Demon... Yeah, anyway, it's not popping Mistform. I can't tell if it's hitting. And doing 1 damage. But if we had to pass all these MR checks on Smite Demon and it doesn't hit us, otherwise it would have popped Mistform, that would have been pretty intense. But right now he's just cleaning up all of these giants. So anyway, if you're fighting a few hard-hitting giants, this is a good thug you can do, as it turns out. I guess this guy has built up a lot of hits and Holy Avenger's striking him, so it's kind of funny. Okay, so we take that and Lanka kills 7 of the giants. Lanka is attacking Formoria here. Okay, so this is a pretty scary army. Death mages, air mages, they can zap him. I guess we have shock resistance, so we don't really have to worry about the lightning bolt type of zapping. But he's also got 2 kind of super combatants and a bunch of hard-hitting giants. On our side, we have Ridrum, the Raven of the Underworld. So he's going to do his Iron Skin, Temper Flesh, Body Ethereal, Astral Shield, Fire Shield. Okay, now he jumps in, but I think we jump... Where do we jump? Do we jump back here? Oh, but he follows us. He's like a heat-seeking missile. Look at that. Skeletons, that's not good. They're going to kind of distract me. Or distract Lanka. Weakness, okay. Has that affected him? Okay, so he's casting a lot of weakness. They're both casting weakness. Okay, so far I don't think we're weakened. Weakened is a strength penalty, but it's permanent, so we don't want to get that. Okay, we seem to be okay. It is MR negates, though, I believe. Okay, we're hitting giants, but not super hard, and they do not seem to care about Fire Shield. So far, we're resisting it. But we're not killing the giants very quickly. If we had Soul Vortex up, we probably would kill them a lot faster. But right now we're just relying on wings. Okay, we've definitely been hit by it. So this is the icon for Stolen Strength. This unit has permanently had their strength reduced. Now, it would be cool if they got the strength as a bonus, but they don't. So, the problem with this is our... You know, this is kind of like a super combatant-y chassis. And it would be real great if it had strength, so that its attacks did something. But we're killing them, but I don't know if we're killing them quickly enough, because as weakness triggers more and more... like now it's at 6, so he's at 12 strength? I mean, that's like laughable. So, this guy is... And I didn't, you know, I'll be honest, before this fight I didn't even really know how weakness worked. But apparently it was a good way to kind of perma-nerf a Pretender God or something, some kind of immortal. So let's take a look real quick at him. He did not die, but eventually he did retreat. I think the battle timed out. So we ended up with Stolen Strength 12. So he hits for the all-powerful 10 damage now. Which is fine. We can kind of just use him as a caster. I think that's probably the better use for him. It's really dangerous having him jump in to get back with the mages. I was kind of talking with Lanka afterwards and saying, yeah, maybe you just want to have him buff up and then spam out skeletons, and then, especially once we have Soul Vortex, dudes will kind of cluster around him, and Soul Vortex will drain them and he'll continue to cast shit. Probably safer. Oh well. So we catch a battle here. Ryla, or Relay, however you say it, is attacking Niflheim, which is kind of interesting. This is one more thing that's making Niflheim's invasion of Xibalba a bit perilous. And we have our 1 PD taken by Formoria. And I think we actually hold this one off. I'm not sure. So Formoria attacks us here. This is his cap circle. But we have a sizable little squad. And he just has some skelly spam. But we've got barbarians plus skelly spam plus little demons. Like, this giant will probably die. It's not even blessed. Okay, yeah, there goes the giant, and then they run, so that was a pretty good deal for us. Kind of some just random shit. We managed to kill a fair amount of his dudes, and then we see a battle here with... Okay, we'll just check this out real quick. Lanka and... Okay, so Lanka is storming this fort. We probably should have talked about this last turn. So he had enough to storm the fort. One of the things I really like is this is one of the moons, and you can see there's a custom background so that on the moon we don't have like an atmosphere, we just see a night sky, which is pretty cool. It'd be cool if there was also a way to do this background too, but I think that's asking a bit much for a mod. But you can just put in an image and it will change the horizon for certain map tiles to be whatever background image you upload when you upload a map mod. But you can see Xibalba has nothing here. I think everything was in his capital. So Lanka got a free fort. Pretty sweet. Didn't even really have to fight a true army for it. We got some magic gems, more magic gems, and we found a magic site, a river of magma. It's actually a really good magic site. It's 3 fire, so our fire income is very, very good now, at 9. And I've gotten a fair amount for Lanka, and Lanka doesn't really have an easy way to spend it. Lanka got attacked. Okay. So that is that. Now, we pinged this just to see what was here, and it's, I think it was like 1 PD and a sorceress. So nothing too hard. And this is the remnants of that Formorian army that ran into the Raven of the Underworld. But I think the Raven is where, right? Yeah, the Raven moved on top of Formoria's fort, or cap. So he's probably going to take this back. I think it got some afflictions too. He's going to go heal those, most likely. Here we're just going to site search before we run in. I'm pretty sure his army's going to try to slam in here. But I don't know. This army's in trouble. But it doesn't matter because we are going to take Satano and we're going to take the Grand Wombat and we are going to slam into this little group of dudes. And they should get kind of wrecked. Now, we had trouble before sending our guys kitted out to kill super combatants against an army, but this is the kind of army we can handle. And with 2 of them, and with the imps spawning out, and with a better buff cycle, we'll be just fine. We have switched it up a little bit. One of them is casting Legions of Steel, which will hit both of them. The other one is doing Fire Shield. So there's that. And yeah, that should kind of delete that group. With that group dead and with not much here, we are going to go ahead and send in another chaff horde. Meanwhile, this second chaff horde is moving into position to come over the hill. These guys are also moving in. We're going to head down this way. And there's not too many guys inside here, so I think they were kind of preventing the fort from falling. But I'm quite confident with our new and improved chaff hordes, we will break it down quickly. So that is basically that. Yeah, we're camping out on top of Formoria. We're not sieging it down because we don't really have enough siege strength, but yeah, we're just hanging out here and we're going to be destroying this and killing that next turn. So I think with that, we'll go ahead and pull up the next turn. These are going to be kind of quick, because we're finishing off Formoria right now. And a lot of the major drama has happened. So, okay, we get another Skull Mentor. We have Arcane Probing. We cast Cloud Trapeze, as I was mentioning. So let's go ahead and check out our Cloud Trapeze battle. See if we got anybody. Okay, we did. So the imps are coming down. They're kind of distracting everybody. These guys before, when they were on super combatant killing duty, they were scripted to flight. In this case, I don't really want them to fly and get all separated. I kind of want them to run into their chaff wall. As you see, they do. And they just delete these giants when they find them. Okay, so that went about how we expected. We killed almost all their stuff. And now there is really nothing left for Formoria, except maybe he could get his god back. But even then, that is not going to be enough. So we killed his sorceress and his 3 dudes patrolling. And we're not going to watch that, but that was our chaff army moving in. We have some unrest, some water gems. We're getting a lot of gems from our luck scales. Luck and turmoil for the win. And yeah, so now we have more dudes to move in. These guys who are up here, we're going to move them in over this way. I think our little guy carrying demons only, he's going to come pick up these guys and then come in. Over here, we are going to run all of these guys through. These guys, unfortunately... Oh, no, they can. Why are we patrolling? We're patrolling because our unrest is over 102, because we have this big demon group here. They're causing a ton of unrest, and I want to keep making Onishugo, so we're going to patrol here with our non-unrest causing dudes. I could put them on them too, get a little bit more. But yeah, these guys are coming in. You can see we've got a ton of unrest here. We have a fair amount of unrest even on top of Formoria's cap. This is enough to give us Chaos Power +2. So, and I expect by the time we get an army on here, it's going to be very high. But yeah, you can see it's winding up. I think Lanka is preparing to take this back as well. Okay. And so that's basically it. Oh, you know what we have been skipping? Shit. It may have been last turn. But I'll talk you through it. There's nothing to see. I didn't have any events, so I couldn't actually show it to you. But I think it was either this turn or last turn, but this is the result. Was Formoria's army smashed in here to Zabalba, and Zabalba had a somewhat heroic last stand and killed Formoria. Niflheim smashed into Zabalba and had a pretty bloody fight. Killed a bunch of stuff, but Zabalba had a bunch of flyers. Basically, these little claymen held the wall, or held the line at the fortress entrance, and then he had a bunch of flyers which jumped into the back and killed his casters. But then a lot of his flyers died. So anyway, that was a kind of good last stand for Zabalba. Niflheim, we probably are not going to let off the island. We're going to jump in and just take both of these tiles. This moon is now property of the Demon Empire. So we are also going to somewhat opportunistically move in on top of Zabalba's cap. We've got 2 guys who were deploying. We're deploying Withersol, and he is equipped with 2 weapons, as he would be, and then a lot of high defense gear. He's got Boots of the Behemoth, which is going to give him trample in case we run into any skelly spam. And yeah, same thing for this. We're basically doing a combined script where they're near each other, so there's a chance like this guy blesses him on his turn. We are doing Iron Skin first in case there's flyers and jump in. That's kind of the most important part of our script to get off so we don't get killed and we have a chance to get the rest of the script off. Legions of Steel. Fire Shield's going to be really important for this if we run into all these guys. Especially versus bats or skelly spam. So anyway, we are going to run in. This army, I think, is going to get deployed down here onto this front and take these things from Niflheim. But basically, I'm just going to semi-pin Zabalba in his cap. Once Zabalba is pinned in his cap, he can still move all of his flyers out. He will not be able to move, but he doesn't have many. I think those basically all died. He mostly just has these terracotta soldiers. So they will not be able to move out. They'll be pinned in. So will the Ocelots. So anyway, that's basically the plan, and yeah, that's that. The other thing that's worth mentioning, if we haven't talked about it, is if you haven't noticed, logistics are horrible for this planet and kind of for this map in general. And I'm like, my cat mages are super important, so how do I get them out to where they need to be? Well, we replace their armor and we give them better boots, and then all of a sudden they're highly mobile. 28 map move, he can move all the way down here, and then he's only going to be like 1 or 2 turns away from being on the front line. So pretty sweet. Here we are getting more Onishugo, though our unrest is getting kind of high. And we're continuing to forge a bunch of stuff. We'll just talk about what I'm forging. We're getting like a dragon helmet because we need hats. We're doing ranger boots for some reinvigoration, bracers, alquils, more bracers, more alquils. My god is researching. Yeah, so that's basically kind of what's happening. Our research is getting to be less crappy a little bit. Actually, no, it's still like 400. I think it was 400 a couple turns ago. But we're getting more boosters, so I guess I'm having mages do other things. Unfortunately, we got attacked here, and we lost some of these wonderful sites. So we have to figure out how we're going to get back up here. On one hand, I could take this army, like the Siege Chaff army, and go kill it, but I don't want to. So we'll come down here, and then I was thinking, oh, well, maybe I send one of these guys up. I don't know if one of those guys is going to be able to solo kill all these villains. So, gotta kind of think through that. I guess I probably could with invulnerability. If I gave him 1 death gem and I put Jobs Bowl, which I'm forging here, maybe that's what I was thinking. Anyway, I don't think I do that. But whatever. But anyway, that's basically it. You can see things are going pretty well. We've been pretty lucky to have a 2v1, and then Niflheim did all the work for us and killed most of Zabalba's stuff, and we're going to just swoop in and take it as a demon would. So, yeah, sweet. See you guys next episode.